insurance. This is Tony Cañas, and today I want to talk to you about the barbell strategy for your career. This is an idea that I picked up in Nassim Taleb's fantastic book, Antifragile. First, what is antifragile? Fragile means, as you know, something that's easy to break. So what is the opposite of fragile? You might think of robust, but robust, it just means something that resists breaking. Antifragile is something a little further than that, something where the more that it gets challenged, the more that it benefits. So the easiest way to understand this example is your pecs, your muscles, right? I'm not a weightlifter by any extent of the imagination, but basically the more you lift, the more that you challenge your muscles, the more they grow. They're anti-fragile. They benefit from getting challenged, from abuse, basically. The barbell strategy, a barbell is a bar with weights on both sides used on both ends used by weightlifters. Taleb uses it as a metaphor for the idea of a combination of extremes kept separate with avoidance of the middle. Okay, so basically the bar has nothing in the middle, and then on the two extremes it has weights. Even better if you have a lot more weight on the potential growth side than on the potential loss side. Okay? Not good for weightlifting, good for the barbell strategy. So a barbell strategy can be any dual strategy composed of extremes without the corruption of the middle. This is a quote. Somehow, it almost always results, according to his research, in favorable asymmetries. Technically, it's called a bimodal strategy, and it has two distinct modes, the mathematical definition of mode, two distinct modes rather than a single central one. The result of the barbell strategy is the elimination of the risk of ruin while still allowing the possibility of exponential success. Antifragility is the combination of aggressiveness plus paranoia. Clip your downside, protect yourself from extreme hardship, let the upside, the positive black swan take care of itself. That's the general idea. So let me translate this just incredible idea to simple English. Okay, it is the idea of investing in two things where one gives you a minimum basis. What I thought about it when I read it years ago, and the reason I wanted to talk about it, you're a risk management major, for example, and you are graduating from your RMI program, and you've got two opportunities. You've got the opportunity of becoming an underwriter, joining an underwriting training program, and you've got the opportunity joining a brokerage and becoming a broker. Let's say that you want to play it safe. Well, if you want to play it safe, the safest thing you can do is become an underwriter, because the success rate on the underwriting side is much higher than the success rate on the broker side. However, the underwriting side has limited upside. There's like $140,000 ceiling on the underwriting side unless you become a C-level executive or a true executive, a VP level executive. On the broker side, there is no ceiling, or the ceiling is super high. There are many brokers out there making $500,000, $1 million a year, but the survival rate is very low. So how do you apply the barbell strategy to this situation? You become an underwriter first, and you do that for 2 or 3 years, thus guaranteeing, getting your passport stamped. You are forever an underwriter. We will forever hire you as an underwriter. And then you go become a broker. Chances are you'll be more successful as a broker because of the underwriting experience that you got. Even if you're not successful as a broker, you're not out of luck. You're not SOL. You can fall back into underwriting if you need to. You'll always be able to get a job in underwriting once you've had those 2 or 3 years experience. And there's many other ways in which it can be applied. In many ways, my passion is insurance and insurance careers. If yours is not, that's fine. Insurance can still be a fantastic career for you, fantastic 9 to 5 for you. In fact, outside of claims, you can work 35 to 37, maybe 37 and a half hours per week and still have tons of time to dedicate to doing whatever you're passionate about, or investing in whatever it is that you really want to grow. If you treat your insurance job or career as the base of the barbell that will forever feed you, will forever make sure you have health insurance, will forever provide you at least a basic standard of living, and actually better than basic standard of living, you can invest in doing real estate on the side. You can invest in doing investing on the side. You can invest in whatever high risk, high reward activity that you're right? Passionate about, or that can just make you a ton of money in the long term with no fear of losing. And another way to approach this that Nassim talks about is in how you invest your nest egg. What he recommends is invest 80% in something safe that you can't possibly lose, and 20% in the most speculative, potentially explosive growth idea you can find, or product you can find. Be okay with losing that 20%, but that 20% exposes you to outsized gains. So that's the whole idea. And there's a million ways to look at it. I just wanted to bring the idea up to you, and I hope that it is useful. There's a lot more to learn and a lot more thinking to be done about it. But anything, look for opportunities where you can minimize your downside while potentially exponentially increasing your upside. Thank you. I hope this was helpful. And I do highly recommend reading Antifragile. It is a good book, a really, really good book. Same thing with Black Swan. All the Taleb books that I've read, really, really good. Thank you for tuning in today. Hope you found this interesting and helpful.